Hi friends, I'm MT Lynx and welcome back to Past the Page, and this time we're going to talk about narrative building blocks, where we're breaking down storytelling DNA that makes characters unforgettable. Today we're going to talk about smoke and mirrors and one of the most chaotic and compelling forces in narrative, the Trickster Archetype. Friends, foes, catalyst, agent of destruction, or just unexpected chaos redeemed. And we're going to explore the history of the trickster in myth and literature and how the archetype functions across genres and formats. So let's get into it. All right. Before tricksters wore purple vests or plotted in tech forums, they were gods, messengers and rule breakers by divine design. It's like Loki, Anansi, Hermes, Coyote. The trickster isn't just a prankster. They're the one who asks questions that nobody dares to speak. They're not evil. They're the question mark in a world obsessed with periods. In a myth, tricksters exposed hypocrisy. They disrupt complacency. And they bear uncomfortable truths that chaos is really necessary for change. They don't destroy out of malice. They destabilize things to rebuild. But that really makes people very uncomfortable, because change is uncomfortable. So in modern fiction, tricksters show up when a story needs a wild card. They're the character who doesn't follow your genre rules. The trickster doesn't deflect reality, they distill it with sharpness and a wink. So let's break down the types of tricksters. You have the friend, who is an ally through disruption. Here, tricksters act like the sidekick who knows more than they say. Think Genie in Aladdin. He tests, he teases, but he wants the hero to win. All right, trickster as a foe is an antagonist with a mirror. Example here, the Joker, Moriarty. These tricksters don't want power. They want to break the hero's logic. They exist to challenge the protagonist's morality and sanity. Another type of trickster, the catalyst. This is the agent of unraveling. This trickster isn't good or evil. They're change in a bottle. They break rules that no longer serve the world and dare the hero to evolve. A good thing to remember about tricksters is they don't follow arcs. They bend them to their own will. So why do tricksters work in complex narratives? We live in a world of contradictions, and it makes sense that modern stories lean on tricksters a lot, because tricksters create tension without needing direct conflict. They move the plot through their disruption. And they work best in stories where the protagonist's worldview needs to be broken open, where ambiguity is a feature, not a flaw. Tricksters thrive where certainty really dies. They test readers and they twist themes. They add a lot of unpredictability to the plot. And in doing so, they often hold up the most honest mirror, to be honest. So I guess I'm kind of wrapping this up with some thoughts of why we need tricksters as writers and readers. Tricksters remind us that we should question easy answers. If it's too perfect, if it's too easy, it's probably wrong. And to laugh in the middle of grief. To break the script when it no longer fits our needs. And in our stories, they are wild cards. In our lives, they are survival tools, because they're going to break down the establishment when it no longer serves them. The trickster doesn't offer clarity. They offer clarification through contradiction. As writers, this makes them one of the most versatile and subversive, emotionally liberating archetypes to work with. So, is the trickster a friend, foe, or catalyst? Yep, all that and more. So, in the comments, tell me, who's your favorite trickster character? Who's your favorite there? Have you ever accidentally written one in your story? I have one in Myths of Vandalia. It's a very nasty trickster. He's a very creepy guy. I like him. But anyway, that's enough of that today. I'm MT Lynx, and this was Past the Page Narrative Building Blocks. I'll see you the next Saturday for a little bit more story alchemy. But until then, write brave, write strange, and write the character who tells the truth with a grin. I'll see you next time.